I Don't Like Salad by Tony Ross. The little princess raced into the kitchen. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. Tap, 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 tap. The chef was chopping ingredients at top speed. Maybe I'll have pasta, pondered the little princess. Maybe rice. Maybe potatoes. It'll be something yummy. The chef kissed his fingers, then proudly presented her with a plate of salad. Voila! Ah! The little princess prodded a tomato with her fork. What's that? The chef sniffed. It's delicious. Salade du chef. Yuck, groaned the little princess. Perhaps a mayonnaise, he suggested, heading for the fridge. The little princess spotted her chance. Quick as a flash, she tipped the salad into her lap. When the chef got back to the table, he gasped. Where is it? All gone, she smiled. Can I have my pudding now? Little princess grabbed her pudding and scrambled outside, spilling bits of her lunch on the way. That looked yucky, she grinned, especially the tomato. Princess! The maid marched up, waving a lettuce leaf. Perhaps the little princess hadn't got away with hiding her salad after all. The chef gestured at the table. You see, I find it everywhere. Now, love, said the queen, you mustn't waste good food. You don't like my cooking? Asked the chef. The little princess frowned. It's not cooking, it's raw. But it's good food, said the king, grown especially by the gardener. The maid thought for a moment. Maybe she should see where it comes from. So, said the gardener, do you like my salad? The little princess shook her head. Well, I love it, he chuckled, but then I grow everything myself. The gardener held out a handful of tiny seeds for her to look at. How do plants fit in there? Gasped the little princess. The gardener smiled wisely. The wonder of Mother Nature. Inside the greenhouse, the gardener helped the little princess grow a seed of her own. Cover it with earth, he instructed. The little princess grabbed a handful of mud. What next? Now, water it, the gardener laughed as water sprinkled everywhere. And now we wait. So what does the seed need to grow? Some sun and a little bit of rain. Now we have to wait a little bit. The little princess sat by her pot for ages, but nothing sprouted. Plants take a long time to grow, she decided at bedtime. After a week of waiting, the little princess nearly gave up. I think my seed was empty, she told the maid. Then one morning it finally happened. It's growing, cried the little princess. It's growing! The gardener was summoned to examine the tiny green shoot. It's a fine specimen, he announced. The little princess didn't reply. She was too busy hugging her pot. The tiny seed quickly grew into a great big tomato plant. The little princess rushed out to visit it every morning. I love tomatoes now, she decided, but just to play with. The little princess and the plant became best friends. Sometimes they wheeled out the pram and went for a walk. Sometimes they went for a swim. Sometimes the princess chose stories to read for them. Their favourite was about the princess and the pea. And sometimes the pair would be dancing together. One lunchtime, the little princess popped in extra early to say hello to her plants. Huh? The chef was standing in the greenhouse holding a pair of scissors. The little princess screamed, "What are you doing to my Tommy?" The tomatoes are ripe," spluttered the chef. "Perfect for my salad." "They are not for eating!" As soon as the chef had been shooed away, the little princess gently watered Tommy. "I'm going to look after him forever and ever," she decided. Kersplat! The plant's roundest and reddest tomato dropped onto the floor. The little princess shrieked for the gardener, but he didn't seem surprised. "They get so ripe they just fall off the plant," he exclaimed. The little princess tried propping up Tommy with the castle's comfiest cushions. Kerplop! Kerplop! It was no use. 2 more tomatoes tumbled into the princess's hands. Look, no more tomatoes left. There's one here and here. "Princess," the queen stood in the doorway, "we do not waste good food." The chef stepped forward and gently took the tomatoes. "Thank you." The little princess nodded sadly. She needed a hug. She was sad because her tomatoes fell off the plant. Dinner was served. "Some for you, princess," asked the chef. "The tomatoes are so juicy." The little princess hid her face in her hands. The king and queen tucked in. "Best toms I've ever eaten," marveled the king. "She's so clever." The little princess looked up. "You looked after the plant so well it has grown really tasty tomatoes," said the queen. "They're presents for you." It was hard to say no to a present. The little princess gulped and tried a bite of tomato. Nice. Suddenly she noticed some tiny pips in her plate. "What are those?" "Those are the seeds," explained the king. "Seeds?" said the little princess. The little princess squealed with delight. "I can grow some more. Now everyone can enjoy some salad," said the princess. "And she's going to make salad de princesse for her cat and her dog. Do cats and dogs eat salad? You tell me. Did you enjoy the story? Maybe you could try some tomatoes too, because they are delicious."